There, right, hello, both cameras, how you doing there? Right, I really need more volume out of that, so long story short, my name is Paul Murphy. This is a song called When the Angels Take Revenge. I wrote it this morning. It's a very long song. I didn't write it this morning, I wrote it this morning and this afternoon. And it came all in one go, a couple of lines. Interruption from my workfriend. And now I'm I've done one version of the plectrum. I really don't want to try another one, but it's all set up. There's lyrics sellotaped everywhere, that's what I need to explain. So I'm going to be walking around, and what I noticed from the first time around is when I go over here, you lose all sight of me, which is not the worst thing in the world. You're also not going to see my chin for a first few bits here. The only way to do it. Take me back to my coffee house days when I was just walking between the tables, like, you know, stand in one place, you know, people would just find a way to bypass you, but if you're walking around the table like this and singing Don't Think Twice, it's right into their face or whatever, you know. They kind of felt obliged to place something in your tin. Right, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It needs to be slightly off of tune. Thank you. Thank you again. Any more? That's the neighbours. Please stop singing. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. Watch you lurking in the shadows, hurling hate at everyone who passed, blaming friends and strangers for your downfall, denying that it's you in the looking glass. You started a stampede in the stable and bartered flesh that was not yours to sell. Better start repenting while you're able. The hordes upon your border won't be repelled. The rumours started at your first baptism and have been 3 steps ahead of you ever since. Whoever rode snake eyes took you home with them. You pleaded self-defense, but none were convinced. I seen you laying in the symphony cellar, a sympathy of excuses playing on your tongue. I was forewarned by your fortune teller, but no one told me the countdown had begun. You looked far away when I first viewed you. Perspective can be deceitful that way. You claimed everyone you trusted had abused you. The strangest opening line I heard anybody say. Since that day the hours have turned to seconds. Of all you stole, the future hurts the most. When it's for you for whom the cloaked hand beckons, remember me, and you'll see tomorrow's ghost. The child told me truth can be deceptive. His tears indicated how that had been learnt. You decried him, but your memory's selective. what you are and who you aren't. Escaping prison does not lead to freedom. You can't outrun yourself, try though you might. You offered me your lips, but I don't need them. Satan oft-times sends his messengers dressed in white. Ambiguity is your opening gambit, while your kisses keep a marked card up their sleeve. Every time you failed, you claim someone planned it. Lies are always easier to believe. The storm has brought many trees a-tumbling. I don't foresee a clear sky anytime soon. Be careful where you stand, the walls are crumbling. Some jaws will slip when they look inside your room. You wear a wedding ring on every finger. That must mean 10 widows have been robbed. Watching you leave is the only fond memory that lingers. The one that haunts me is the children's sobs. Some nights I can almost forgive you, recalling all you had to do to survive. But what you do today makes me want to outlive you. I'm hoping that morning will arrive. I wish I could breathe in some fresh air here. Down here it is putrid and dark. It would be nice to know somebody did care. If I never meet them, send them a spark. It's a myth you find comfort in closure, but still I'd like to taste it just the same. I know who would revel in the exposure. That's why you'll never hear me speak her name. Turned up unannounced at the preacher's funeral, claiming to be his only next of kin. Your brother told me you love creating turmoil. They cast you out, but you always claw your way back in. Who doesn't shudder knowing you're approaching? Your voice is like the echo of a crypt. Is there no plague your presence won't bring? Is there no pain you don't love to inflict? You plunder the souls of the innocent, humming hymns as you cast them to the void. The threat of hell is never a deterrent. You keep its servants gainfully employed. The foreman of the jury came in weeping. You were exonerated for crimes you did commit. You took the lambs away while they were sleeping. A deed to this day you refuse to admit. Can't remember when it was not raining. Claustrophobia keeps tightening its grip. 9 commandments down and 1 remaining. This ain't the time to make a careless slip. My mistake was looking for a motive. People of your ilk just like to cause pain. How long before the sleeping centuries of justice notice how many dreams must die in vain? Was it you that I glimpsed through the bordello window? A dashing young fellow begging you for a dance. I cried, can't you hear that ominous wind blow? Get out of there while you still got a chance. 3 days later they fished him from the river. Lipstick on his neck and an empty purse. There's something in night with you will always deliver. Orphaned babes and an engine running hearse. If only once more I could stand unaided, oh, and walk towards a flame neath a blue moon. I'm one of many you've left feeling degraded, bereft of hope and all strength consumed. I see the carpenter awaiting, sighing, looks like it's that time again. I keep telling you it's pointless to go on hating. The dead don't care if they're wearing lace or chains. Fate won't wait to fit your agenda, but your venom consumes your ability to see. You build a ghost town from a palace of splendor. I pity you, your own worst enemy. Your affections are always up for auction, but these nights only low bids are coming in. Caveat emptor and proceed with caution. Some things are not advantageous to win. I declined when you passed your goblet. Finest wine still make fools of the wisest men. No sooner was a temple built than you robbed it. I don't think your suitor will post bail for you again. You rode your luck till it died beneath you. Now the mayor of nowhere is calling for your vote. Once there was nothing I would not bequeath you. To date all I can do not to gloat. Back then I sat enraptured by you speaking. That was before I learned your words had claws. I don't know what it is that you're seeking, but there's gotta be a better way to get applause. I once walked 1,000 miles barefoot to free you from a web of depravity. These days I don't even dare put a picture of you anywhere that I can see. If you could turn the clock back, would you want to? You might make errors that cut twice as deep. When love is out of reach, it sits and taunts you. How many days like that would you want to keep? You're always claiming everyone mistreats you, but the undertaker is your best friend. The Stygian odor of despair completes you. It's the sustenance on which you depend. In the condemned cell, they await your pleasure. Anticipation in their obscene panting. Those before them bear scars beyond measure. They were taken away, tied blindfold and landing. You only know it's late when time deserts you. It's a one-way journey, destination unknown. For the sake of those I love, I pray someone usurps you. Your despotic regime needs to be overthrown. I looked up and saw the sun was missing. I wondered who but you would be involved. In the mortuary, the dead are reminiscing on how your sins will never be absolved. Name me one empire that has not fallen. Your time will come, in fact, it's been and gone. Can you hear those you defiled calling? They're the first faces you will gaze upon. Third time in a row I stumbled over the same word. I got thrown off it. What the heck? It's your game. So I've got that whistle come through there. It's a long song, you know, it's not one that you can do too many times. Okay, that is called When the Angels Take Revenge. There's a lesson in there for many a person, one might posit. I've been Paul Murphy. I hope it's still on tomorrow.